50/50 Day. This is Tiffany Shlain. I'm co-founder of 50/50 Day live in San Francisco. We have over 11,000 events happening in all 50 states and in 65 countries. It's super exciting. We have a billboard in Times Square. What? We're so excited that so many people want to have this conversation of getting to 50/50. We've had incredible speakers from all different perspectives all throughout the day. And I'm super excited to introduce our next guest, who has become a friend, and she was in the movie 50/50. We launched the day with her reading a poem. She's incredibly inspiring. So I'm going to read her official bio, so we can cut to Wanda as I read about all your accolades.
Oh, goodness.
Wanda M. Holland Greene is the head of school at San Francisco Hamlin School in our beautiful town of San Francisco. You're on the board of trustees of Columbia University, and you were named one of San Francisco's most influential women in the Bay Area and received a Women Making History Award from the San Francisco Commission and Department on the Status of Women. Hello, Wanda.
Hello, Tiffany. How are you?
You know, we have had a very exciting day. We haven't slept, but we're on adrenaline. And I'm going to see you at Lucasfilm tonight, where we have a big screening. We'll be out of our and I'm excited for that. So we don't have a long amount of time, so I want to kind of jump right into it. So when we were making the movie 50/50, we had a brainstorm and brought together amazing women to talk about what it's going to take to get to 50/50 and women in power. And I loved what you said about education, how important it was that the education system supports this kind of getting to gender equality in 50/50. So do you want to talk a little bit about that? Because I keep thinking about that, and that was over a year and a half ago.
Yeah. You know, what's really interesting to me, and I think it's a fact that is often unnoticed or perhaps not talked about unless someone sees Malala on the screen, is that most girls are not in schools. And I'm talking globally. Most females are not deemed worthy to sit in a classroom. And so from a global perspective, my big mission in life is to see to it that all girls have access to education, and not just education, but an excellent education. And I think that, you know, is the beginning of how we begin to have women feeling a sense of efficacy and also feeling a sense of having choices in the world. I mean, all the research bears out that for every year that a girl is in school, she delays marriage and she delays sexual activity that could lead to motherhood prematurely. And so each year that a girl sits in the classroom and is told that she is worthy and has her mind expanded, she begins to feel like a full participant in the world. And I believe that that's the beginning, that a girl in a classroom is the beginning of this journey. And a lot of us try to intervene when women are teens or college age, but I'm a big fan of what happens, you know, in utero all the way through age 5 and then build on that. And we've got to get girls in classrooms. And I think it begins with a psychological shift that the adults in this world who are in charge of schools have to open up doors and welcome girls into classrooms.
Absolutely. And tell me, I know you do such important work at your school and how you integrate that. It's a girls' school.
Yes. Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your philosophy of that. I mean, our big goal with 50/50 Day is we want everyone to be part of this conversation. And I do think it's interesting. And my husband's and my daughters are at a co-ed school. But I think it's fascinating to think about what kind of structure and support that you're nurturing when you're at an all-girls school.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, a lot of times people accuse all girls school leaders for creating artificial environments, because isn't the world co-ed? So shouldn't we send girls forth into the co-ed world to be, you know, knocked around and perhaps strengthened? But I'm a big fan of saying that there are periods of time when affinity groups are necessary in the world. And when you gather with people who are like-minded, it could be religion, it could be race, it could be geography, but when you have a gender-based affinity group, which is essentially what my school is, everything that's done at Hamlin and in other girls' schools around the country and the world, everything is designed for the way a girl's brain and heart and body work. And so everything from how the physical education class is designed to what topics you choose to talk about in your health and wellness class to what literature you select. Everything is tailored so that what is whispered in a girl's ear and also what is said in loud tones is that you belong here and you have a seat at the table. And for my school, which is a 9-year experience for most girls, to hear that every day of your life so that you perhaps never learn that being a girl is perceived as a liability. It's basically like getting a bunch of immunization shots for 9 years.
Brilliant. That's a great metaphor. You are just inoculating yourself for the reality.
It's like you have sexism antibodies.
Wait, are we out of time? We can't be out of time because
I know.
Good. That is
so bad.
That's brilliant. It's a great. I mean, you know, you think about that even in your home. I mean, when you're creating an environment, we have 2 daughters where we are encouraging all of the things that everyone says falls away, the math, the science, the robotics, all of it, in addition to the art, because I never want the humanities and the arts to subordinate underneath the math and science, which I worry about. There's so much focus. It needs to be
that's right.
well-rounded, interconnected person needs to value all of those skills.
Indeed.
But it is interesting when you think about that. If you nurture that in the home and then they go out into the real world, they're going to be strong enough. I mean, I think that must be the philosophy you have. They're going to be strong enough to know that they're valued. And if a society doesn't play, and that's the goal of 50/50 Day, that everyone should be valued in our society. And
that's right. That's right. And education is something that you can't take away from someone. And I'm not talking about the credential on a wall. What I'm saying is that when a girl has an education, what she also has is a sense of her own power, her intellectual horsepower, her social emotional strength, her resilience. You're giving her incredible gifts. And when she does hear from someone who says, oh, you're not good enough, you're not welcome here, what she does is one eyebrow raises and she says, oh, you've got to be kidding me. You're wrong. And I belong here.
Oh,
and that's why it's great.
Wanda, I wish there were 1 million of you all over the world doing your good inoculation work. I love it. I wish we had more time, but I always love talking to you. But I'm going to talk to you tonight on stage.
Yes, I will see you there. Lucasfilm, 7 o'clock.
Woohoo! I'll see you there.
Bye.